Hello everyone, I'm Menno888 and today I'll be playing Amnesia Rebirth, no major glitches. What that's gonna entail, I will say after the timer started because it's getting late here. I shall tell you when we're going to start this run. It's in a bit of a weird spot. Also at the start there can be some flashing lights, so if you're sensitive to that, might want to look away for the first minute or so. It should be in about 3, 2, 1, go!
Woo! Let's go!
All right, so you may have seen on the schedule that it says no major glitches, but what is a major glitch? This game runs on the, I believe, HBL3 engine, which is also the one used for Soma. And on that engine, there's a couple of big glitches that are possible. One of them is the so-called regrab glitch. That is where you sort of stand on top of an item or next to an item and then you release and then immediately try to hold on to the object. And if you do that, you kind of get stuck inside of it and you can clip yourself out of objects, solid objects, or you can fly on top of them. That breaks quite a lot, and that's why I will not be using those, because those are definitely major glitches. It is also not in any way allowed to clip yourself through any solid geometry. So we will actually go out of bounds, but we're just not able to do that in the conventional way of the any percent speedrun. There are 2 places that are also specifically banned. I'll probably tell you something about that once we get there. They're very minor. And then there's also a cool thing where in any percent there are these Leiden jars, they're called. And one of the things, actually, let me first show you the first skip of the game, which is you're supposed to sort of do a sidle, and instead of that, we can just do this. And that skips an entire sidle, so that's, yay, time save. Where was I? Oh yeah, it's the Leiden jars. So we are supposed to use 2 of them that we find on the level for a small puzzle. And in any percent, it is possible to take the 2 Leiden jars and then just leave. And that means that the next map, or well, one of the maps after that, we are able to go through the levels much quicker because we can just skip 3 of them. And, well, yeah, that is also quite a major glitch, so we've decided to ban that one as well. Basically, because it would be I think about a 15-minute time save, and we've decided not to do that. So the first couple maps will be a bit of a walking simulator. Not much for me to do right now. I will try to get a couple of... Let me see if I can get it. Not really. There's 2 small skips that we can do if we sort of fall onto a collision. You can get a small boost. There's also one coming up right here. Oh yeah, there you go. That's... Yay, got something. Yay.
Oh, Tazi, look at the hands. Such tiny, perfect...
So yeah, as you see, well, Amnesia is a bit of a, just like The Dark Descent, a bit of an unconventional storyline where you wake up and you're trying to piece together what exactly happened to you. In this case, we are following Tazi, who is currently trying to find out where her husband Salim is. We will find him. We might actually just do a very horrible thing and just walk past him and not take care of him. That will be in a couple of maps. Yeah, these first couple maps are just a bit of a maze. It's just to get you started with some of the conventional Amnesia storyline. The sanity system, where if you stay in the dark for too long, you'll lose your sanity. And there's also your health, which is works a bit different from Amnesia: The Dark Descent. In this game, you will also regenerate health much quicker, I would say, and it's usually not really necessary to do any health management. I usually don't even go for anything like laudanum, which there is in this game. I probably won't get it. Also, there we go down to skip a little bit. Also, the flashing lights coming up for next, I don't know, minute or something. What is also a bit different about this game, if you compare it to The Dark Descent, is that right here we will be dying. And in Amnesia, Dark Descent, dying is relatively quick, I would say. You get a small, like, black screen, and then in about 4 seconds you're back. In this game, every time you die, you get these flashes. Then you see some of the, well, the caves or the surroundings where you are. And then, well, some more flashes and some more flashbacks. And then you wake up, and that takes like 20 seconds. So every death in this game is about a minute lost. I really don't want to die in this game. There will be a couple safety saves as well at some point. At this point, we will also be getting our amulet. You can actually see it on her right hand already, which is an amulet with which she can traverse worlds. If you remember Amnesia, The Dark Descent, also we're facing the wrong way, that's nice. They were also able to traverse worlds, and they would use Vitae to sort of get eternal life. And this story kind of loosely is based on that, except I think about like in the 1940s, I think this is set. So here we find our amulets, and I'm also going to do there is a small skip that you can do. I also did it with, like right in the desert I did it, I think, where if you hold your mouse button while you're going through these scenes, sometimes you can skip them. You can do that here, but the entirety of the next map, I will be on a very low DPI. I might be a way on this mouse to change my DPI, but I don't have a mouse like that at home, so I usually don't go for it. If there's anything the host would like to shout out, by the way, then this would be the time, I'd say.
Yes, thank you very much. I would first say that we are still 10 euros off from hitting the BSG annual 2020 goal of 3,333 euros. And also, as you can see, the incentive for the Arabian Nights, more cutscenes. And if you would like to see the Rayman games for tomorrow be done in swapped or default, you can also bid on that. So yeah, thank you, and back to you.
All right, thank you. For some reason, sometimes if you look over to the right of these rocks, it just doesn't let you through, and you have to walk back a bit. And I don't know. I don't really know what causes that. So it's a small time loss. This map is supposed to be really, really difficult and really, really scary. There's actually nothing on this map that can kill you except falling into the void. They're just trying to play with your mind a little bit. These rocks we can just go by. For these rocks we actually have to wait. Even if there's like no rocks falling, if you go too early you'll just fall down, and that would, well, cost me a minute. I'm not really ready to do it right now. But most of this is just a bit of a maze. A bit more walking simulator. I'm going to do a small skip right here, where we can go on the outside of sort of this temple complex, like a kind of a staircase complex. And then if I do if I press tab at the right moment to put up the inventory, you can actually cancel your fall damage, which is really handy. Amnesia Dark Descent didn't really have that. And health in that game was definitely a lot harder to manage, I would say. In this game, it's kind of fine, I would say. I did take some damage there, but yeah, I mean, there's only a couple places in the game where having low damage or low health could be an issue, but it should be fine most of the time. And then over here is the end of the little bit here. Okay, got the cancel. Over there is a monster, but it's actually just an illusion. It doesn't exist. And now we go into the first dream sequence. there's two ways to play this map. There's a pretty cool one where you can sort of jam a maca, the sort of toy monkey that our daughter at the time had. You can just sort of force it through the door. I won't be doing that. It's not the fastest way to do this, actually, I would say. I'm going to try to sort of look at these things and then immediately try to get off them, like this. And then this, there you go. And that skips 2 voice lines, I believe. So that's really good. Here is Salim. But yeah, as it's just a dream, we'll see that he fades away. Yeah, it's very sad. So Alice, in this case, and there will be loading screens alluding to this. She had a degenerative disease, and that caused her to lose her motoring skills and also to go blind, and later die of that. And that will be important for the story later, but I won't spoil too much of that. Also, there is our fetus in the sky. Now, the game can potentially kind of sort of softlock / crash in the loading screen. The speedrun branch kind of fixed that problem because it used to be more common, I would say. But it's definitely not as common anymore. Okay, we didn't get it. Cool. Next map contains I would say the first major skip. It's going to be yet again a little bit of walking. And after that we will get our toy monkey back, Maka, as you can see on the left there. And then I will try to be a bit of a cheapskate, and instead of finding our husband and sort of giving him his last rest place, we will just go by him and steal his lantern, and as if nothing happened. That trick is a bit hard. There's a good chance that I'm not going to get it. I would say it's like one of the hardest strats in the game. So we might see some flashes here coming up as well, just notifying. All right. Gonna use the amulet here yet again to get through the rocks. Timing can be a bit important in this. If you go too fast, then she will stop holding it in front of her face, and you will just sometimes not be able to go through. If you do it too late, of course, you'll just, get stuck on it. Now we have a small bridge here and 2 drops where I'll be abusing my damage cancel. And after that we will find our toy monkey, which shows us that indeed Salim is probably somewhere around here, if that's still the case. There's 2 drops here, and then we will find it. And there it is. I do have to watch out here to start holding the mouse button like right here. If I do it too early, she'll get stuck in the looking at the monkey state, and your game will soft lock. It's a very easy way to lose time. Also coming up now is the skip for Salim. The problem is, if I fail this, I'll just fall into the crevice and I cannot go back. And I also have to make sure that I get my full speed back, because I'm a bit tethered to that, as you can see right now. So you go up here, like that. And I'll try to get it. Like 1. No, didn't get it. Okay, well, that's fine. Yeah, so you can basically, if you do that glitch correctly, you can, basically walk by him as if nothing happened to him and just leave. It's a bit rude. So, maybe this is for the better, actually. We are going to grab his lantern because we have to carry on with what we do.
What do I do? What do I do now? We're supposed to find you.
So yeah, we take his lantern. It is actually possible, I think, in any percent runs nowadays to just skip the lantern and the amulet altogether. That's a lot harder, and it's definitely not possible in this no major glitches run. And here we'll suffer a bit more pain with a rock falling onto our head, and that will be about the end of this map. I'm also gonna have to wait for a bit of a. Also, yeah, sorry.
Fuck this, I can't do this.
Tassie is a bit of a potty mouth sometimes, and she likes to swear quite a bit.
Not without you.
I'm also gonna have to wait for a small audio cue, where I'm going to have to wait until the cave opens, and we'll see a mysterious blue light, which we'll find out all about in the next couple maps.
No,
This cutscene takes a little long sometimes. Yeah, there you go.
don't be so fucking selfish.
Tassie, please.
It's not just about you.
I'm gonna set it up. Where is it? Yeah, it's like the green thing over here.
There's got to be something you can do.
That look over here. Yeah, and then as soon as the sound cue comes,
What?
we can leave.
Hello? Is someone there?
All right, that's that map done. Next map is a one where we're going to move into the town.
I think that's
There's another small skip for that, which might be a little bit difficult. The spacebar sometimes seems to jam a bit on this keyboard, so I hope that this is going to work well.
God.
Also, here the game will teach us about our sort of our way to, well, get ourselves to be calm a little bit by grabbing hold of our baby. Yeah, that does take time, so I won't be doing that.
Find the others.
And there's
Both of us.
a very small skip that I can do here. I've got the Z or Z key bound to the same button as my crouch key, so, or sorry, my jump key. So what I can do is just press that here, and that means that I don't need to sort of like first crouch and then fall. If you were to just do the normal jump, that would definitely make it so that Tassie, yeah, you'll go into a cutscene, which is definitely not ideal. Also, this is definitely a bit bad on a. Yeah, I'll just do it this way. You can skip the cutscene there as well if you hold the mouse button. Sadly, it's a little bit difficult to get the trick like this. But we got it this way, so that's fine. And over here, we'll see the mysterious sort of blue shimmer that is going to sort of follow us around, which you may also remember from Amnesia: The Dark Descent.
I've seen that thing before.
All right, now I would say we go into definitely an interesting part of the run. We will be going into the town segment. We need a couple things. We need a key for the what is it called, the arsenal, I believe. We need like 3 ingredients, and with that, we're gonna make a bullet so that we can sort of shoot down that city wall over there.
I remember being scared. Why?
Going to get the key here, which we will use later. I'm also going to grab a couple matches. Yeah, you're going to, during this run, you're going to be a bit low on both oil and matches. I could grab a little more. I should be all right. Putting the pressure on shoot, I would say. I'm going to grab some matches here. I'll do that later in the mazes map as well. And, oh, I'm going too far, sorry. We'll need a winch to be able to go up to the next floor. And we're going to... Oh, yeah, there's the first real scare of the game, I would say. Going to get this plank. Put it down here. And then, yeah, grab the winch and go up with it. Next thing we need to do is try to sort of break down a piece of the floor. And we can do that by pushing a cannon into it. So what I'm going to do here is fix this thing up. There you go. And then move the cannon. There is another small skip that we can do here, which is if I push it far enough, like just far enough, like right here. Usually you would get a cutscene, but if you go backwards there, you can skip that altogether, so that's very nice. And then we'll have our phone call with Dr. Metier coming up. The doctor who was with us on our trip into Algeria, where Tazzy is one of the technicians, and she also does some of the drawings in this game, which is what the loading screens are supposed to be. This will take a while. If you have any donations, then you could read them out now.
I'm pregnant. I'm lost. Salim,
But there is also actually there's coming up now is an interesting skip. So I'm going to need a what is it called? Like I think called sulfur, and it's in a room with a monster. And yeah, that monster is a bit difficult because, well,
the mountain boss.
we have to lure him out of some sorts. But luckily, there is this room here, which has a table right in the middle. So what I'll be trying to do is sort of like lead him around the table, and then sort of like try make it that he loses track of me. On top of that, there is a kind of an interesting mechanic where you have to move 3 bags out of the way, and the first bag, the second bag, and the third bag will sort of change the speed of the monster. Probably because that sort of like makes it like, I don't know, scarier or something. So what I'll be doing is grab the first bag, go downstairs, get oil in the meantime as well, and then kind of like lure the guy. So he's over there in that room. Yeah, if I fail this, it's like a minute lost, but that's kind of fine because then he's at least out of the way. There you go. There's the oil. I'm going to stand like sort of over here. Yeah, there he is. There he is. And I think that should be good if I don't make any mistakes. That's the sulfur. There we go. That was a bit closer than I would like. I kind of messed it up, but that's fine. And we are out of the quartermasters. That's always a bit of a scary part of the run, I would say. Coming up next is the arsenal, which is also a bit of a I don't know. It's a very short map, but it is a very technical map, I would say. We are going to make our bullets, which we are, again, going to use to, well, shoot down the gates, basically. Unsuccessfully, as we will be seeing later. Okay, I'm also going to get my second oil coming up here, and then I shouldn't really need any more oil in the rest of the run. Yeah, this is a very technical map. If I might not be able to explain it all like while I'm doing it. There's a lot of things going on. There's a trap here. I'm going to jump over it. Here I'm going to grab this bag, sort of like throw it that way. Take this out. Get that. I'm also going to need a. Why have you closed? Get back here. I'm also going to like this, take this off, and then actually the process is faster if you put the thing on. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take. Hello? Yeah. Okay, that didn't go as well as I wanted it to be, but that's fine. Going to move this stuff and then grab our things. There you go. Going to use this, put these together, and then we have our bullets. There you go.
And so far, I still have all my fingers. Head up and try it out.
Okay, well, the only thing that is left to do is put the bullet into the cannon, and then we are on our merry way. Although not really. I'm going to try and... Okay, I didn't get it. You can... If you hold like the left mouse button right as you load in, you can sometimes skip that, but I didn't get it. That's fine. Take out the empty bullets, put the bullet in, aim, and then immediately try to leave. There you go. And then as you see, this is not what we expected. And then this is also going to, yeah, inflict quite a bit of damage there. But we are helped by the blue shimmer, so all is well. Also, watch out when eating beans, I guess.
Little one?
All right, the cistern. The cistern is also a pretty difficult map. There are a couple interesting strats that you can do. The main glitch that I'm going to be doing is prop hopping. That actually is allowed in this game. Basically, what I'm going to do is like sort of hold an item, and then at the apex of my jump, I'm going to sort of jump off that item while like also throwing it away. And that should cause me to sort of get a little bit more distance. And I will abuse a kill plane, a faulty kill plane in this game, which will allow me to skip about 1.5 minutes, I would say, maybe even more. So it is actually a glitch, which is very important, and I will actually also save the game for that.
I need to get out of here.
Let me check. I need to... It's pretty dark sometimes, the screen, so it's difficult to see where the thing is. Okay, that's good enough. Open up the gate, and then... Here, I'm going to... The faster I do this part, the better it would be for this next cutscene. See if I can do this pretty fast. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Like, I want to reach the this wheel as soon as possible. Yeah, that's pretty good. It is possible by using a piece of wood that is lying around here. You can actually also skip part of this section. However, that is I would say a 10-second time save for, yeah, I don't know. If it goes wrong, it's like a minute lost yet again. So I'm not going to do that. And instead, I'm just going to go through here. And then I'm going to go like a couple flights down, flights of stairs. And then I will show you the main setup that I'll be using. And I'll definitely try to go for it, well, at least 5 times, I would say. So far, the run's been going pretty alright. Have been getting most of the tricks, like, relatively quickly. Going down here, still have no clue what that thing is that scurries away there. I'm going to do a mechanic where I'm going to sort of duck down like that. I'm going to do it here as well. I need to be a bit quick here, otherwise I'm going to get eaten by this monster. There you go. He can't go through there, so yeah, that's fine. So I'm going to be using this pot. Going to set it up here. And I'm going to move out these pieces. So you can see the alcove probably over there on the right. There is basically no death plane there. So yeah, I'm going to be trying to skip that death plane and then fall all the way to the bottom of the map. And that will save a lot of time. If I cannot get it, I will probably do the prop fly, which is, well, which would invalidate the run, of course. But yeah, I mean, I really don't want to do the inbound strat, or, well, completely glitchless strat, I would say. So see if I can get it. It can be a little bit like of a difficult timing. That might be good. Ah, no. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I may have bonked my head there. I definitely did get the jump off. I'll definitely be doing this like a couple times, and if I can't get, I will just use a glitch. It's fine. There you go. Okay. Yeah, that's... I used to be kind of like, I would say 50-50 on that trick, and then I think in my last practice run, my second last, I failed it 5 times. So yeah, you definitely don't want that to happen in your marathon. Yeah, second try is fantastically fine. All right, next map is well, I told you that we cannot go physically through solid objects, which I won't be doing, but I will be going out of bounds for basically the entirety of the map. Well, it's actually not true, more like half of the map. These rocks, they really didn't design them too well. It should be like pretty self-explanatory, I think. There's also a possible boost at the end. You can get a lot of like distance from it. So I guess you could get a donation in.
Yes, I will. We have €5 from Cakery, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing, saying it's great to see the new Rebirth strat being showcased. Best of luck.
Thank you. Also, for some reason, I'm not getting this. There you go.
Also, I want to thank Stahlbolzen SC2, if I'm pronouncing it right, for a raid with 8 people. Hello there.
All right, thank you. Thank you for the raid. Yeah, I tried to get a boost there. Maybe I can get it here. Nope. Okay. The boosts are not working too well. Well, I got the second one, I think, in this run, so that's good. So the small sort of thing on the rocks that I did there was just to skip a cutscene. I'm going to go up these rocks, then up these rocks, and then I can, yeah, completely basically just take myself off the map. Hey, there's a Tahana again, the blue shimmer. And as you see, this is the point where, yeah, we're just gonna leave the map. Gonna go over here and then fall down here. And now we're, as you see, completely out of bounds. None of this is solid, so this is all fine by the current rules of NMG. And then coming up very soon is as I already mentioned, a boost. Which it is possible there will be a small sort of ledge, like a rock ledge coming up, where it is possible to even get that distance. There's a good chance I won't get it. Like I'm not the greatest at these boosts. Let me see if I can line this up. It's like right here. That's some sort of boost, but not, yeah. So you can reach that rock over there if you're very fast, which is really good because it'll keep your your speed onto that rock and even further. So yeah, it's really good to have that. But there we go, and we are completely ready to go into town, except not really because we are going to go back into the other world against our will. And Tassie is swearing again. That's a little bit of her thing. Right, back into the other world. Here coming up, there is another baby trigger. So sometimes you're gonna have to check on your baby, or else, well, you'll be losing about 20 seconds, I think. For this one, I thought that we would. At some point, I was like, oh, you can just like wait a bit because you don't need to immediately check this. Problem is, if you do it too late, and in this map, there is a trigger like about, I don't know, 5 seconds after you check on your baby, and at that point you'll be you'll get your speed back. And yeah, if you go too quickly through that and the timer doesn't reach that time, you will not have a lot of speed into this map. So yeah, okay, I can see that I have enough speed here indeed. This is the map that I already mentioned with the Leyden jars. Going to get the orb, which I'm going to need for my getting to the next machine. That thing can sometimes do funky stuff, but it was alright. I'm also going to do an interesting setup where if you move the pylon in a very interesting way, sometimes the game will just let you like sort of the game will still think that like the pylon is correctly configured. So I'm just going to do like, yeah, like that. You have to do it in a very specific way for some reason. Not quite sure like what causes it. But yeah, this would allow us to pick up the 2 Leiden jars and then leave. I already mentioned that we are not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to have these 2 pylons anyway. And so this way we can just leave without solving the puzzle. Coming up is another dream sequence. The second and third dream sequence don't really have any interesting skips. Also, the game really wants me to look at that pixel for some reason. Just a leisurely stroll through the park, looking for a child. So these are the basically the dreams, or well, more nightmares that she is having of her her deceased child.
What are you doing, little one? One and one. Yes, but what is one and one?
And we also, of course, got revealed that she was pregnant. And at some point, we will learn that our baby is just like Alice, tainted by that same disease. And this is the reason why we are seeing these visions, sort of. This is basically our newborn child talking to us with the memories of our past. Also here we'll have the sequence again of the fetus in the sky, growing bigger and bigger, which is also the thing about this game. Like over the course of the game, your stomach will get much bigger, and at some point we will actually have a birthing scene. So that will be something to look forward to. As we see the generative disease taking hold of Alice more and more. So yeah, this is where she will mention that all of a sudden she has grown quite a lot.
This can't be real. Wake up. Wake up.
On this map, we're going to do the exact same as we did on the plane,
What am I going to do?
which was sort of sidestep, and that causes us to not have to watch a cutscene, which is always good, I would say.
Come on. Come on.
If Tasi wants to get up, because that usually takes a while. I mean, she is pregnant, of course. There you go. That skips a small cutscene.
Where are we?
Coming up here, we're going to... I can probably do another fall cancel. I'm going to try to sort of move that out of the way so that you can actually sort of like hit that thing on your way down. I kind of would like to not do that. These these places can be a little bit of a maze. It wouldn't be the first time that I get lost in these things.
It's getting stronger.
Yeah, this is sort of a map that leads up to the, I would say sort of the middle of the game, where we're going to be fixing a machine, which is the part that in any percent we would basically just completely skip, because we would just be able to insert some of the Leiden jars that we took. As I already said, we're not allowed to do that. And every Amnesia game wouldn't be complete, of course, without a small chase scene. Over here, if you time it well, you can sort of, fall down like that. Here you take damage anyway, so I'm just going to not do anything about the fall cancel there. Bit of a weird boost there, that's fine. Then over here, there's going to be a, one object to get out of the way. There you go. And that's already in the map. Alright, well, one of the maps coming up is a little bit important, definitely. I've in one of my practice runs, I managed to not correctly configure the pillars in the pillar room, and that cost me about 1.5 minutes. And I really would like to not do that. I'm going to sort of double check that that's correct. All right, and this is where we'll find the machine that can get us home, the portal, which is right here.
Down again, little one. See? It's another gateway, I think. A portal. Like in that laboratory.
And we're going to use the orb on this. The orb that, of course, played a very important role in Amnesia: The Dark Descent, if you remember, where we had to sort of mend an orb by finding orb pieces in all sorts of torture rooms to harvest vitae, which would keep the otherworldly creatures alive.
Oh, my heart.
All right, pillar room coming up, where I'll be kind of doing the same thing as we saw in the arsenal, where there is a where we can use an object to sort of turn wheels, because that's way faster than doing it any other way. So I'm going to use this bag. Push that one once, and oh, there you go. Okay, then rotate this one fully. Put this here, and that should be good. Oh, okay. No, okay. Yeah, so this is a bit of an interesting cutscene. Sometimes you will check on your baby and you'll be able to like sort of move at a slower speed. You would be able to immediately leave the map. In this case, we'll have to wait, but we'll get a bit of our speed back sooner in the next map. They're about like the same. Oh, I got that sooner actually. Okay, that might be a fast strat if I can recreate that.
Not far now, we'll soon be home.
So this is where we'll try to fix the machine, and then we'll find one Linen jar, and we'll have to find another. And in an any % speedrun, you would also... What is that boost? In an any % speedrun, of course, we would just jam one in, and then we would be on our merry way. We cannot do that. Please let me grab that. Thank you. The game, like, just sort of sucks you into it if you, if you need to go there. So that's fine. And then here is where I will grab the first Linen jar, and then we'll go on to, well, added content if you've only seen any % speedruns. But yeah, more about that later, as I'm going to kick it over to our host.
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to remind that if you want to donate, you can donate so that we hit the BSG annual 2020 goal of 3,333 euros. Also, for people wondering who we even are, we are the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering, a dedicated organization focused on hosting marathons within the Benelux region. And currently, we are excited to be live streaming our event from our new venue, the Fletcher Hotel in Nieuwegein, at the Netherlands. And yes, also you could say you are technically speedrunning in your speedrun, because like you're speedrunning the baby, which is weird.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
With that, back to you.
Thank you. So we are now in a map that is not in the any % speedrun. It's definitely one of the more broken maps. I'm going to be... If you like out of bounds and glitches, then yeah, this is the map for you, I would say. This is definitely the most that will skip in the entire run. I'm going to set up this vase and then try to sort of move up on this thing. Yeah, this can be a little awkward, I would say. Okay, I need to be very careful. Oh, yeah, okay. There you go. That's a bit dumb, but yeah, I should be able to get that again. There you go. Okay. Then you can get up. Yeah, so this is a little bit tricky. I really need to be careful here. Okay, why can I... Ooh. Okay, that is... You know what? That's actually fine. I need to go the other way. Okay, so this will mean that I actually need to be a little bit careful. There is a way to skip this monster here. So that's, yeah, a bit of a shame. I really don't want this monster to see me. I'm gonna grab these, though. Okay, and then we can just... Yeah, this is a bit of an old strat. That's fine. Come on, please, just rotate the thing. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, so what was supposed to happen there is you can sort of like climb up there and then you can sort of go a different route out of bounds. And that will allow you to just completely skip that monster, which is really good. Also, I'm going to be... Usually I would do it on my controller, which is plugged in, but sadly it's not working right now. It would also allow us to go up ladders a bit more quickly. It doesn't take that much time, so it's okay. I am, however, jumping right now. You're supposed to sort of move into a... like one of the torture chambers, the torture cells. That is usually a pretty lengthy cutscene, about 10 seconds, I would say. But if you keep jumping here, you'll just, after this cutscene, instantly be inside the thing. Which is a thing that I completely found on accident. And, well, it's a good time save, to be fair.
My head
Then, okay, we're at least back on track, so that's good.
feels so...
Shame that I didn't get the other out-of-bound glitch. That's fine. Also, you can just read that from there. Also, you can read this from there, and then do that, and then leave. This also means that you don't need to watch, need to check your baby twice, which could also, if you fail that, you also lose like 20 seconds, I think. Not really what we would want here. For some reason, you cannot climb this thing, it seems, until you like pull the levers down. This is also a bit of an awkward one. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, so this window over here is, yeah, it's just not solid, so we can just go through this. I know that there will be people like screaming at their screens right now, like, how is this not a major glitch? But yeah, no, it isn't. We've decided it isn't, so it isn't. And we will just move into the elevator shaft here and climb up. And then I'll try to see if it works. If it doesn't, then that's fine. No, okay. So if the controller was working right now, I would be able to hold down W and up on the controller, and that would make me go about twice as fast on this ladder. Sadly, that is not the case, but I mean, there's this ladder, which is, I mean, like, yeah, this, and then there's a tiny ladder about like 10 minutes from before the end, so it's not like it matters, it's fine. These things can also be a bit finicky, because if you like let go of like sprint, you will sort of move a bit. Also, there's the only line from Leon. How did you not break that? Thank you. Only line from Leon there. Who we we won't see him in the speedrun anymore. I think you may hear his voice like once. This entire run is kind of weird in that sense. Like, some people you just see for like a second or something. All right, that was not really the way I planned this map, but I at least got to show what is possible in here. And we have time for donations or for anything the host would like to say.
Yes, thank you very much. I would also say what we are actually raising the money for. We are raising money for Mind, which is a it's late. Nationwide organization committed to prevent mental health issues. Mind strives to provide support to individuals and families facing mental health challenges. All of your donations will go to Mind. And also, if you want to, you can, with your donations, donate to the incentives of games for tomorrow, which, for instance, will be Yoshi or Rayman games. Yes, and with that, back to you. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Yeah, so as you see, we're in a bit of a pickle, and the whole place starts to collapse. And this will, well, this is still technically the map that we were just in. And there will be another map, which is also I don't know, it's a very technical map as well, I would say. Yeah, there are 3 monsters that I'm gonna have to go by, and those monsters have different ways of how they work. Depending, I think it might also depend on your sanity, but I've not been able to really sort of pin that down. Sometimes, like if you haven't been scared at all, sometimes the monster will throw you away, and that could be in just any direction, I would say. And then there's the second one. If you try to run into the monster again, for instance, you will usually get a scene where you kick the monster into a corner, and you're also able to sort of run by the monster. So that's really good if you need that. Third time, you will usually get caught by the monster, and yeah, you'll die and have to watch the minute-long cutscene. So yeah, this is a bit of a scary map. I would say this is actually the last. It's definitely not the last map with glitches, but it's the last real scary map in the game, I would say. Well, scary as in glitches wise, not monster wise. So let's see what this thing does. Okay, so yeah. Oh, I was hoping that that thing was going to push me the other way. Okay, so yeah, because of how the map before this went, I think that might have given me a different sequence in a way. I still don't really know why that is, but that's what I'm currently thinking. So as you saw just there, we interacted with the monster for the second time, and that means that if the monster gets us now, we would die and we would go back to a certain place. So I'm trying not to get that. I'm going to try to make sure that I can get this. I need to check on this monster. I hope that he's going forward and not towards me. Okay, that's good. So yeah, this one we're just going to go by. The best thing that would happen is that the first one throws you into the doorway, and then the second one you can just get caught by him and sort of move around him, and the third one we're also going to go by in a very sneaky way. It's a bit of a weird one. I'm going to have to... I'm not going to have enough space to go by him the normal way, so I'm going to sort of push the door, close the door, and then open it from the corner, because that's the only way that I can sort of get by him. It's definitely one of the scariest encounters, I would say, and that's also one of the reasons why I have the one of the matches with me, because that's gonna come in very handy. Oh, small flash there. Also, yeah, here it is, monster galore, as you can see. As long as you're out of this map soon enough, it's all fine. Then here I'm going to start using a couple matches. I have 3 left after this. That's completely fine. I think I only need 2 more after this. Okay, that's the first one. Okay, now comes the part where I'm going to try to go by this monster. Gonna get past him, hopefully. Gonna try to move to the right a bit. Okay, that works out. Go into the corner here. And then, yeah, there you go. Okay, that's a... that can potentially definitely be a run killer. It's... I think I actually died on that monster in my PB. My current PB. I would say that this is also the last part of the game while I do this puzzle where I really need to think about my lantern oil. So as long as I have lantern oil now, which I do, everything should be fine. And then, yeah, the remainder of this is just a scene where we're going to get hunted by, well, some of the monsters. So I would say that it is time to throw it over to our host again.
Thank you again. And we just got a donation, a €6 donation from Kevin with the yippee! And with that, filling in the 3,333 euros. Thank you for that. And back to you.
All right, so yeah, this is your very standard chase scene until you get your small break here, which turns out not to be a save room, but it's actually another chase section. And as soon as we're out of this, we are going to be back in the pillar room. Also, there's a monster over there, and there's a monster coming down there. There's a... I'm actually thinking, like, this is one of the last real times that we'll... Well, there's like, I think, 2 monsters left that we have to worry about. But yeah, I would say that is the kind of the scariest map if you take into account all the ways that you can die on this map. All right, and now we're back into the pillar room, and we can... There you go. We'll put in both of the lightning jars, and now we're going to get this machine running and go home. Except we're not going home, otherwise this run would have already been over, of course. Going to move in here. I'm going to trigger the blood spawning there. The shadow, of course. The shadow is hunting us after we've taken the orb, which you might also remember from Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Going to move this into the way. If you didn't go far enough the other way, back where I came from, you would get the shadow coming in over here. And then we're going to move the third one in the way. Will be about here.
I think that's it.
Please let me in. Thank you. Gonna do a very handy handy trick there. And hopefully, okay, yeah, that's good. Sometimes the wheels there can be a little bit weird. Sometimes it's completely into position and then it decides to sort of drift off. It's probably not healthy for your child if you stand in this, I think. All right, coming up to the theater. The theater is actually an interesting one because technically you would be able to go out of bounds here. There is one floor tile or one, like, I don't know, piece of the background where you can, they forgot to make that solid for some reason. So technically, if you follow the rules, you would be able to go out of bounds in this map. Because it was like an oversight by the developers. Well, it was just decided that, well, yeah, no, we're going to ban that strat. I actually think it's kind of cool because we will be seeing I don't know. It's one of my favorites, even though it doesn't look really fancy. It's one of my favorite skips. But to do that, we're going to have to use those pylons again to generate some electricity, which will be sort of a little bit more pylon juggling, as you saw in one of the previous maps. If the host would like to say anything, then this is your time.
Where the hell have I taken us?
Yes, thank you very much. I would like to thank the Fletcher Hotel Nieuwegein in Utrecht for providing I cannot speak anymore. For providing us with a new venue bigger than before. And this new space allows us to host our growing community, which you can also join in Nieuwegein at the Fletcher Hotel. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I mean, to be fair, for me, it's also been it's been a pretty eventful day. There was a sort of a multi-archipelago race today, and I played Donkey Kong 64 for about 10 hours. So yeah, I'm definitely going to bed after this. So we'll have some more pylon juggling here. I'm going to have to move these into a certain pattern. So the first one I'll throw over here, I believe. This one is already upright, so let me actually put that there. And then if I put this here, it should work. No, it doesn't. Okay. Oh, this one is probably not far enough up. No? Okay. This one is not far enough then. Well, that's a shame. There you go. There you go. Okay. Well, that took a bit longer than I would have liked. And now we're going to, well, sort of find out about the fact that our baby has the same disease, same degenerative disease as our previous child. Except we're not going to see that because we're supposed to have this body be scanned. Also, I'm supposed to be doing a setup, actually. I'm completely forgetting about that. That's fine, actually. I'll talk about it soon. I'm going to place this in a very interesting position, like right here. And I'm going to check whether I can move up there. Yeah, that's fine. Gonna try it again. Yeah, okay, that's good. And then here we're supposed to have our own body scanned by going into the thing. However, yeah, they kind of forgot about one thing, and that is that this body is just going to move out, and I'm going along for the ride. Pretty big oversight, so yeah. That's gonna skip about a minute cutscene, so yeah, see ya. And here we can see if I can get it. Yeah, there you go. Okay, that skips a small cutscene where Tassi will be sliding down because you're supposed to like enter the portal yourself, then talk to Tahana, the blue figure that has been following us around. And that's where she tells you about the disease. And then in the next room, we are supposed to try and make Vitae by torturing someone. That is completely optional, and of course we will be skipping that because we don't need it. The next map can also be a bit difficult. I'm just going to be a bit careful. It works in an interesting way. I'll already tell a bit about it. What you're supposed to do is like you're supposed to grab one of the pylons, and then it'll trigger something, and a monster will come out. And if you do it correctly, you can get the pylon way further than you're supposed to, and then throw the pylon where the monster is, and then we'll get caught by it. It's fine. We shouldn't die from it. And then we can just pick the pylon up and go our merry way and not have to deal with that again. And that's actually, in fact, the second last monster in the game that we're going to encounter. A bit of blind walking here. There you go. And then this is where we'll get our cutscene with Tahana, who we'll finally speak to for the first time ever. Which was supposed to be in our previous map, of course. Why is that not good enough? Okay. This is here. There you go.
This is the place I can help Amari.
Time is life.
Yeah, this would have made way more sense if we saw the previous
What do I have
cutscene.
to do?
Create the time.
No, thank you.
Sit. Be healed.
The energy.
All right. And then this is where we'll try to grab our pylon coming up,
Don't worry, Amari. There must be a way
which is going to be up right here.
she wouldn't have said it.
And there you go. And then I'm going to first go over here and then throw it over there. I really would like it to be standing like that. Yeah, I'm going to take this a little bit careful. Yeah, that should be good enough. Then try to grab it as far away as possible and then throw it that way. There you go. And then here's the very scary monster. Should not get... Yeah, there you go. And then we're just going to leave this thing and say see ya again. And then the only thing we need to do is activate these cages over here. And then we'll be on our way. Can I please get this thing? Thank you. We just need a power for this door, and then we're off. And we're going to a... I don't know. I think it's one of the coolest skips in the entire game, where we'll be doing a cage escape. So we'll be riding one of these lovely cages, as you see. The cage is pretty interesting. So the like all of this right here is solid, and basically everything like from about here is non-solid. They didn't bother with that, and we at some point we will get a point where the carriage is going to go up into the sky, and at some point kind of abruptly stop. And if you jump at the apex, you can sort of get on top of the cage, and then at some point I'll be able to get off of it, where you're actually supposed to get caught by the monster, then lose your lantern, fall down, have another... I think you have to escape another monster. I have to say, the last time I played it normally was 7 years ago, probably. I don't really remember how to traverse that even, so we do need to actually get this. We were also technically on a timer as soon as we escape the cage. If we go over the timer, we would trigger the cutscene where it puts us back in the cage and we will fall down. And that is really not what I would like to see. So I'm going to sort of set it up so that my feet are in a certain position. And then I'm going to make a safety save. There is actually a backup, I think. I don't really know the backup, so yeah. Okay, there you go. And I'm going to look at a certain location, on the cage, and then wait until 4 lights have gone by, and then I'm going to do a crouch jump with my Z key, and then immediately hold S to move backward. And that should allow us to skip out of the cage. I'm not looking at it right now, so that's okay. That should be 1, 2, 3. Like that. There you go. So yeah, as you see, I'm now sort of crouched on top of this cage. Yeah, it looks very funky. Whenever this thing turns, Tassi will also turn along with the thing, as you can see, which looks a bit funky. And then something that I completely failed to notice is that you can make this way faster if you... at some point we will be able... Well, you would be able to see the portal. You're not allowed to go out. Tassi will get stuck in this thing. But we can actually go out, get out here. And then I'll move forward to the front of the cage here. I'll wait until that's completely safe.
Come on, open up.
Hey, there's oil there as well. I'm not even sure if you can grab that oil, actually. Well, so I don't know why it's there.
Stop, goddamn you! Stop.
And this is where we will, yeah, sort of wait until a certain point. Like, we're going right there. As you see, we're kind of on rails here. And I believe over there somewhere is the point where this cage would come to a stop. And that's where we would, reach our demise. Okay, that's where we're going to. And because we have a bit of forward speed, we can actually just like jump out of the cage at a pretty decent speed, I would say.
My
So,
bracelet. The rift can't be far.
so like that. Yeah, you get a lot of speed from that.
Every one of these is
And then I'm
one person.
going to do 2 tricky, can be tricky jumps. I'm going to sort of, yeah, do that. There is some solid geometry that way, and if you fall down and lose your bearings and well, spend too much time on this map, that could be really bad. And then over here, as you can still hear like monsters in the background, of course, because that's what's supposed to happen, like that. But we say sayonara to the thing, so there you go. And then we'll go into the lower factory, which is, well, yeah, not much less, well, interesting. We're going to do some escapes here as well. I would say that actually the previous map is like one of the last maps where I would say there's a really difficult trick.
We can do this.
This can sometimes be a bit annoying. We're supposed to sort of inject Vitae into a syringe so we can use it for the final boss. We're not going to do that, however. I am going to go up here and just skip everything here. And then you're supposed to go here while there's a lot more water, I believe, and you are also chased by one of the monsters that we saw on one of the previous maps. Where we were trying to sort of juggle the pylon. But yeah, there's absolutely no one there right now. This is a tricky jump sometimes. Okay, that went well. Cool. Oh, yeah, and that's dry feed as well. That's very good. And then we're going to go into this elevator. You can actually sort of get up and get onto these things. I thought I was very smart, but sadly, if you do that, the cage will just stop for some reason. I don't know why. And this is where we are going to ride this thing all the way up there. And come to dream section number 3. So, we were supposed to, at some point, lose the lantern. I, however, still have it. And I could show it to you. I'm not going to do that because I'm actually going to use it for a 5-second skip later.
I don't know where this will take us, but it can't be any worse.
And there we go. That's going into the third dream sequence. Move that door out of the way. There you go. And then there's a rocking horse there as well, which is which has a very interesting skip as well. If you've ever seen the any percent speedrun, well, we in this No Major Glacier speedrun, we basically we get this cutscene, and then the game will teleport us like, I don't know, like at least, I don't know, 100 meters up in the air, and we'll have to sort of move towards a trigger which allows us to, well, we drown in our dream. And that will lead us into the next map. In any percent, you would take the rocking horse there and put it under yourself and then ride it up into the sky for about a minute. Which is a very fun glitch to watch. I would definitely recommend the any percent speedrun as well. Some of the maps, including the one where we lured the monster around the table, that one is very, very quick in any percent. I believe like 30 seconds or something. Because you basically just move into the room with the phone. Oh yeah, there we go. And that will lead us into the last map. Then through the door you clip, then clip into the room with the sulfur, clip out of the room, go out of bounds, and then just leave the level. Which is all very, very quick. Alright, coming up to the... This is the point where Tassie is going to be very, very, very pregnant. And, well, her water is about to break. So we'll be moving at a, well, I would say at snail's pace.
Not yet, please. Please. A little one.
She'll take her time to get up, which is understandable.
I don't think I can do this. No.
So we'll have to go into the town, which is like right there, but that is absolutely not where I'm going. So I cannot jump. I cannot, like, I can only walk at a really slow pace. Yeah, so I'm going to sort of look in a certain direction. The game really does not want you to go up here. We're going to do it anyway. I have a couple, like, I don't know, like visual cues that I usually make. Like there's a thing on the ground there, and I use this rock over here to get up. There are supposed to be places where the game forces you to slide down, but you can just go around them, which is a bit weird. This map goes on for like a very like long time. I don't know. If you, I've once tried to get to the edge and it took me about like 2 minutes, I think, even at this pace. So yeah, we're going to move around here and go into the town in a completely different way. We're trying to get about where the smoke is right now, and this is where we'll see Yasmin for the first and the last time. We did speak to her twice on the phone. But yeah, another character that we won't really be seeing much of, sadly. If you were to just follow, like through to the town, she would trap you in a bear trap, and then she would just be able to, well, restrain herself just barely so that you can escape, but then she would catch you up, and that is exactly what we will be seeing once we reach the town. So we'll be moving about right there, I would say. And yeah, this is where kind of the story begins to really unravel. And one of the things I haven't mentioned is the fact that basically everyone in the party who went to Algiers has started to turn into monsters. It's the thing that you see when you lose sanity, sort of the black tentacles that are coming out of your eye, which is the ghoul inside trying to get a hold of us. And Tussie's trying to fight it as long as possible. There's many people who have already turned into monsters. Leon was one of them. That was the map where I basically skipped the entire thing. You're supposed to actually... he's supposed to follow you through an entire maze, which is... there was a skip for that as well, and a later skip which was even harder and which I'd never been able to pull off. So I'm very happy that the new skip exists. And then we have... let's see, who else have we? Oh yeah, we had Richard, of course, who was, well, just about to turn into a monster. Who we all saw, well, about like a minute or so. And then this is where we're going to meet Yasmin. I'm going to wait for a trigger. I think it should be good. Yeah, there you go. So Yasmin is going to come for us out of nowhere, and there she is. And, well, then she gets killed by Dr. Menchi. So that was all of her.
I'm here, Tessie.
And there he is. Finally someone to talk to. The doctor.
The baby.
Yeah, so the next... well, what is it? Like... 2 minutes or so is going to be giving birth to our baby. You won't really see much. It's, well, just the POV from Tassie herself looking into Dr. Metch's gorgeous eyes, actually. Yeah, so this is where we'll load into this next map. And this is where we're going to get started on our birthing scene.
No, no.
The curse, the ghoul, it's in you. We cannot risk it.
So yeah, Dr. Mathieu is trying to make it seem like, well, he's just being the good guy. He's being the one who's going to give us our beautiful daughter. However, that's not going to be exactly what happens, because the reason why we're here and why we're in all this mess is that we have Tihana, who wants to be a mother and... well, wants us to give up the child, and understandably, yeah, Tassie does not want that. She's already lost one child and doesn't want to get another child to pass. Also, I need to actually... I think I lost time not looking into his eyes. Well, that's certainly something. Other than that, we're doing very fine on time, I think. But yeah, she doesn't want to lose another child, and that's why,
Keep focused on me.
yeah, she in the end decides not to. When we're going through this next map, you'll be able to hear some of the voices of the people in our party who are trying to speak to Tasi. Some of us are really not happy that we're not giving up our child. Also, there we go, a beautiful daughter has been born.
I thought she might be tainted, but she... Perfect.
And there you go, there is a lovely child.
Well done, Miss Triana. You have given us hope.
Please. Let me hold her.
I know. For you,
Yeah, and this is where the doctor turns on us
everything else, even the life.
and is going to leave with our baby.
Your husband, all she wanted was the child. Just
Yeah.
that.
So this is basically where it's revealed that she, Tihana, Tinhanan, the mother of us all, also called, yeah, is revealed to have wanted a baby. And now Dr. Mathieu is going to try to give the baby himself. This takes out the strength, the utter strength in Tasi, which will allow us to go after him.
Stop! Stop, damn you! Give her back to me!
We are, of course, well, still a bit clumsy with our moving around. Okay, well, there goes Dr. Mathieu again, and well, we won't actually see much more of him, funny enough.
Fucker! Leave her be! Please. Amari.
Also, now I go through a sandstorm, and this is where, well, you'll see all of the little stories coming together from all of the crew of the Cassandra.
Please! Bring her back!
This can also be a bit of a weird map. Sometimes the game likes to teleport you to, like, either closer or further away from where you need to go.
I will kill you, you bastard!
Overall, like, yeah, this is, it's kind of fun. Also, I'm kind of getting lost here.
For him.
He's changing. Like heck.
So yeah, here it is revealed that they're all changing into monsters. It is actually revealed that it was a, well, as Tinhanan heard that Tasi is not going to give up the child, she is like, oh, well, there's some water from the fountain, which will probably heal you. And it turns out to have, well, turned them all into ghouls.
Accept it.
Don't go, Tassie. We can get
And this is where, especially Dr. Mathieu is really quite stern and wants us to give up the child. There he goes. And then this is where I'll also be trying a very small skip yet again, where I'm going to take out the lantern,
Don't do this!
and then if you do it at the correct time, you're actually able to skip a small cutscene where it is revealed that it was the fountain that turned them all into ghouls. Which, if you take your lantern out, like right here, I think. Oh no! Oh, okay, I didn't get it. Okay, weird.
It was the fountain!
This is our fate. Damn you, Tassie. All for a child. Die with us.
So yeah, I guess the moral of the story here is, well, this is sort of a harder trolley problem. Because, well, are you saving the life of your child just for others to die? And Tasi has chosen that it is the others that should die.
Amari! I'm coming!
Okay, well, this is like the second last map of the game. Well, technically third last map. If you count Paris as well, which is the last map of the game. That one is very short, so don't bother with that too much. I'm going to open the door from the other side. There you go. And that will allow us to not have to interact with the the elevator for the first time. Sometimes you can skip this cutscene. Not getting it here. That's fine. And here I am. We will be meeting Hank for the first and the last time as well. Can you please open? Thank you. All right. And here it's just faster to jump down. Also, sometimes, yeah, sometimes she, like, her ankle will just, like, go through her body. I don't know why it is. Going to move it. Yeah, move this out of the way, and then, yeah, teleport through the thing. Also, that is completely in the script that it teleports you to where you were. So, even though that's a solid wall, we can do that for NMG. That's fine.
Hank. Oh, Christ.
Then here, I would go up. It's probably not working. No, it's not working. Okay, that's fine. So, yeah, there's 2 ladders in the game, and, well,
I'm so sorry.
if you hold forward on the analog stick as well, you'll go twice as fast. Not the biggest time save, so that's fine. And we will have our last monster encounter.
I need to save Amari.
Okay, for some reason I was a bit confused there. It's getting late. I'm also getting a little bit tired, I have to say. All right, so I'm going to move this okay, that might work actually. Okay, I was kind of afraid I was going to die, and then, yeah, you can just, yeah, you just go past her and that's it. That's fine. Last monster encounter in the game. There you go.
Come on.
And then we'll have one more elevator rise to the top of here. And then we'll have the last main map of the game. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty good time, I think. Sub 130 was actually 130 was actually my original estimate, but then I realized that that was the in-game time and not the real time. But yeah, it's going to be 130, sub 130 in real time. I think that might be technically real-time world record. I mean, it's definitely not in-game world record. I lost too much time for that. But I mean, this was still really fast. So in this next map, we are supposed to, well, kick Dr. Match's head in, which is a bit graphic and not really what you want to see. He's going to try to give up the child, and then there's 3 choices. You can either inject Tin Hanan and kill her. You can grab one of the Leiden jars and leave, or you can give up the child and you will forever roam as a ghoul. And we are going to choose the Pylon way and go home. And we don't have to kill the doctor, which is really good. Or actually, I don't know if it is good, because he will be in purgatory trying to beg with the child. If you're worried about the child, no, we will get our child back. So over there you can hear the doctor yell. But we're not going to interact with that. Come on, please. There you go. Yeah, while the doctor is trying his best to... yeah, it's not working. It's not working, doctor. There you go. Okay, for some reason the clips are a bit... oh, well, the clips, more like boosts, small boosts, are a bit iffy today. Well, that is the Leiden jar, and now we just need to make our way back. I'm using, yeah, very specific ways to boost up there. It's actually, like, way harder than it looks. Like, if you're, like, I don't know, looking away for a couple pixels, sometimes you just don't get it. I'm also trying to sort of not jump into them, or jump before them, but I'm trying to sort of jump as I hit the thing. Yeah, like that. And, well, we'll leave them here. And that's basically everything there is to this game. I'll be going into Paris with our child. Yeah. Will we survive? That is, well, a complete mystery, because this is where the story ends. Yeah. So here is the place where we would put the Leiden jar, and of course in any percent you would already have this thing, because you would get one extra one from the machine that we fixed. And then we would have one left for this thing.
Get home. If I can
All
find
right, and
some
that's
more
Paris coming up right here, and we will magically have our baby back, so that's good. Well, that's the Tin Hanan asking us to come back. This is just barely going to be sub 130. Wow, nice. Very good timing, actually. Or is it? Maybe. Time's coming up very soon. As soon as like we break through the wall.
She's gone. She's gone.
Wow. Okay, this is going to be a near perfect. Like,
It's all right.
just barely under, I think. Yeah, just barely under. And time. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's sub 130 is really good. I mean, load times are also a lot better than on my machine, I think. Yeah. So we're home. Are we gonna survive? I mean, who knows? But for now, this has ended well. Just the same way that this day of speedrunners has ended pretty well, I think. I would like to shout out the entire, I should say HPL crew. Basically all of the Amnesia games, the Penumbra games, Soma, and Ontos, which is coming out pretty soon, I believe. Who knows? We might learn what happened of Tassie and her child. But yeah, that for now that has been me, and I'm going to bed because I'm pretty tired. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you for this beautiful Amnesia Rebirth run. What I have taken from this run is that I should start playing games where I can just skip the cutscene. And also, I would like you guys to know that maybe we are going to sleep, but the donations never sleep. That means if you want to make an incentive win, you still can until the speedrun obviously starts. For instance, multiple Rayman games to have a certain language, or a Yoshi's color in Yoshi's Story. But besides that, I will also head to bed because everyone's pretty tired. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and we will start tomorrow again at 9 a.m. with a beautiful speedrun. How do you pronounce this? Where is the name? Vectronom. Yes, I probably butchered that. But yeah, take care and sleep well, guys. Thank you so much. Bye.